too, like they're like saying, "Take that hill." I'm like, why can't we just bomb it? And we're still running those kind of drills, but I'm a medic, and so they're like, hey, stay back, doc. I'm like, all right, you good. We did that in Iraq. They're like, all right, doc, we're gonna clear these buildings, but you gotta stay back. You want me to stay here? Yeah, I'm gonna stay here. Just call me when you need me. I'm gonna stay right here. In the Humvee, it's nice and safe. But it was hard. Everybody grew up Christian, but everybody was chasing girls and drinking, and they hated me for that because I like held up that standard. Like, I'm not gonna drink. I'm not gonna chase girls. And they felt like I judged them, and I was judging them. But see, the thing is, I was judging them by my rule book.
Okay.
But they were judging me by their rule book, so it was unequal there. And it was just hard being away from family. I know everyone here that comes from a big family. Family is very important. Grew up in the West Coast. I was stationed in the East Coast. Oh man, I would go AWOL, absent without leave. I would go to weekends. I would pay $800 to go to California for a weekend because I miss my family so much. And then I had to rely on God. God was teaching me to rely on Him. I had a buddy that I went through I went through medic training and airborne school. We got assigned to the same platoon in Iraq. And then after we got back from Iraq, he had PTSD and he couldn't take it. And they shipped him home, and I was alone. And it was so hard. Like I said, I'd escape home, and then I find myself. I started to like it. I got promoted. I went from the battalion aid station platoon, like that's the lowest level of medics, and I went to the line. And when you're in the line, like we know you can take care of the guys. And I went to the line, and my first training exercise on the line. We jump in. We as an airborne unit, we capture airfields so that the rest of the army could land in and distribute supplies. So we were kind of like front line. And on the way back to base, we're in a 7-ton truck. It's called an LMTV, light military tactical vehicle. And I was sitting in the back like this. Everybody's racked out, because we're up for days. And man, this helmet, because I'm falling asleep and I'm dropping it. And I look around like, everyone's still wearing their helmet. So I put on my helmet. And then, I don't know how long it was. It was minutes or seconds. Everyone felt the truck shift. Whoa! And the truck shift again. Whoa!
There's some background music, Archie.
And it felt like it balanced out, but then all of a sudden it turned and somehow I saw the ground was far, and the ground came closer. I'm like, do I have time to jump? The ground got closer. I don't have time to jump. The ground got closer. I can't believe this is happening. What happened was the truck driver, there was a bend in the road, and instead of bending with the road, there's forest, so it's blind. There's a blind bend. Instead of bending with the road, he cut it. And then a car came, so he overcompensated, and we hit a ditch. The back end went up. They said we tumbled 3 times, and I remember hearing metal crunching, feeling things hitting me, and I had my leg up, and what happened, there was this everything was stopped. I don't think I knocked out. I was like, okay, I'm good, and but I was pinned to the ground, and I hear people mumbling, I can't breathe, and then so I'm just like, don't worry, you'll pass out, and the medics will revive you.
Weren't you a medic?
Aren't you the medic?
I am the medic.
I was trapped.
That's how you're all dead.
And then we actually landed in front of the Delta Force, the Black Ops guys. And I saw these guys with beards pulling us out. I'm like, man, where's this guy from? But I got into that accident. I had a posterior hip dislocation. my femur went out the backside, and I had some couple broken ribs, and I lost my jump status. They kicked me to the hospital side. Man, but if the life felt stagnant. And I grew up Adventist, and I remember like something about the three angels message. I'm like, God, I can't take this life, but Lord, I know this thing. If you get me out of the army, Lord, I will preach your three angels message. Whoa. And the Lord got me out of the army. I'm like, the Lord got me out of the army, but because I was injured, we get compensation. So I'm talking to the VA lady, and I'm like, how much am I gonna get a month? And she's like, 90. I'm like, what? How am I gonna survive on $90 a month? I said that out loud, and she started laughing like, no, not $90, 90%. I'm like, whoa! Yeah. Everybody, I'm gonna take everybody out. I'm just kidding. I'm getting married. I can't sue. And then Bush passed a bill post 9/11. You guys get to go back to college. So actually, the army paid off my first degree. I'm getting my second degree paid off, and I preached the word. I'm preaching the three angels message. I'm getting married. Amen. Glory to God.
That's your birthday.
That's my birthday.